Hey guys, it's Stephanie here from beautyandwifelife.com. I hope that you're well. Okay, we're gonna be talking about babies in this video. And this is the age-old question: when are you having a baby? You know, being Indian and getting close to the 2-year mark or anywhere after the 2-year mark, every auntie is asking you whenever you go to a wedding, when are you having a baby? Like, oh, when are you thinking about having a baby? The baby question comes out. Oh my God. Isn't that a good question? Anyway, so I just wanted to talk about this question and like really talk about why we shouldn't be asking this question, please. And don't get me wrong, I've actually been a culprit. Like I've asked people when you're having a baby, like, and I've never realized how rude it was until people started asking me. Yeah. Anyway, let's get into it. Let's get into discussing why you shouldn't ask this question. And I genuinely believe that you shouldn't ask this question unless you have some sort of relationship with that person where they feel fully comfortable in talking to you about all these aspects of their lives and the deep and dark secrets of their relationship. There's no point of asking this question. Now, I'm just gonna assume that whoever's watching this video, and if you're in a relationship or in a marriage, you've already talked about having babies before you get married, because why are you getting married if you ain't talked about having kids? Because that's gonna probably not work if one wants to have kids and the other one doesn't. Like that's just anyway, we're not even gonna get into that. But anyway, people be asking this question, when are you gonna have a baby? And they just need to stop. Now, I never realized how insensitive and how personal this question was until I got married. So people are actually asking us this question in the first year. Let me tell you something. The first year of my marriage, and I have said this in many other videos, was probably the most difficult thing that I have ever been through, even though I have been with this man for so many years. Like, it was so hard. It was unreal. You know, we were living in an extended family. That wasn't even the issue. I think we weren't really singing from the same hymn sheet, basically. Putting a baby into that equation would have probably just been the worst thing ever. But also, the reason why I say to not ask this question is I think that people, like couples, can sometimes have discrepancies on when they want to have a baby. And luckily mine and Kesh is not so different, but you know, there's a good 6 months to a year between when he wants to have a kid and when I want to have a kid. I want to be at certain stages in my career, whereas he feels like we've been together for a really long time. We've done the whole holidaying, traveling thing, done a lot of it, and he's like, oh, I think it's, we could have kids at X time, and I'm like, no, I need to have kids at Y time. And when other people have this conversation, will ask us this conversation, and Rish sometimes like, oh no, we're gonna have kids at this time, and I'm like, hello, no, we're not, we've talked about this and whatever. And I'm not saying that we have to tell other people our business, but I think this can get into an argument point with couples, especially if one wants to have kids sooner than the other, or one is ready and the other's not. Like, that can really, really turn into an argument. And I just think people don't realize that, like, asking someone when they're going to have a baby doesn't mean like, oh yeah, when are you going to buy a new car? You know? It's a question that can really start arguments amongst couples, and it has started a few between us. You don't know if someone's been trying to have a kid and not been successful. I think the common misconception is, like, we're just always told as kids, like, you don't have sex because you get pregnant. Like, you don't have sex before you get pregnant. Every Asian parent has told their kid this. It's like, you don't have sex because you're gonna get pregnant. You will get pregnant, like 100%. It will happen. But it's just like, it doesn't happen like that, and it's more common for it to be harder than it to necessarily been easier. I've heard more struggles with people rather than, oh yeah, like we just got pregnant on the first go. Like, that's quite a rare thing, I think. And obviously people aren't going to be discussing the fact that it's been difficult for them to get pregnant or can't get pregnant. Like, that's such an insensitive question to ask someone. Like, it's just not cool. Like, I just think it's just not cool, to be completely honest with you. So yeah, number one, you can cause arguments between couples by asking them when they're gonna have a baby. Number two, you don't know. They could be trying and finding it difficult to have a baby. And number three, the last but the most important thing of why you shouldn't ask someone when they're going to be having a baby. And I know a lot of people will be watching this video and going, oh yeah, obviously people don't ask these questions, but people do. And they need to be showing this video to that auntie that goes to the wedding, who meets everyone. All these inappropriate elders. Maybe we need to get some sort of subtitles in different languages put on the bottom of this video, because it is important. That the third one is, they could have lost a baby and you don't know about it. Like, seriously, the statistics for miscarriages is something that people, if you don't know about this, you need to look up. If you're single in your relationship and you're being rude and asking this question, or if you're obnoxious and in this stupid generational place where you think it's okay to ask this kind of questions, you need to look up statistics when it comes to miscarriages. Like, it's insane and really sad, like how many people have miscarriages and how many people are going through that. And they're not going to be sharing that experience of a miscarriage with you. They're not going to be sharing the experience of losing a baby with you, especially if you're that rude person who isn't in their life and just asking them at a random family event. Like, of course they're not going to be sharing that with you. You could be putting people into such an awkward position emotionally within their relationship, and just physically being in that vicinity and asking that question, you know? So I just think, like, the next time where you really want to know, because sometimes I know that this question comes from a good place. It's just excitement. The family wants more family. The family wants the family to grow. Friends want your family to grow. Everybody, you know, probably asks this question from a positive perspective, and there's seriously nothing wrong. There's seriously nothing wrong with that. And, you know, all those people who are asking from a good place, I used to be one of those people who was asking from a good place. But I just think, like, we are not trying for kids, just letting you know before people start asking me that. But, you know, I'm the sort of person who thinks about things before these things come along. And yeah, if I was trying and it was really difficult and people were asking me about it, it would be such an awkward question. If I was trying and I ended up losing a baby, I can't even imagine how painful that would be to, you know, I wouldn't, like, what do people even say? So I think I made this video just to be a little bit more sensitive, to ask people, especially in our culture, to be a little bit more sensitive towards other people and what other people are going through. Because having a baby ain't easy, and it doesn't just happen overnight. Even though some people want it to, you know, it doesn't always happen the way that individuals want. Life can take crazy turns, and I just think it's just about being a little bit more sensitive towards somebody else's feelings and opinions, and just being a bit more careful. Do you agree or not?